and I think you hit the nail on the head, is that what in the bodybuilding world we would call recomping, going through a recomposition phase,
Yeah.
Where you're simultaneously gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. What you're really seeking for is, you're not trying to get super shredded, in which case have no fat on you and you do a cut phase, and you're not trying to bulk where you just want to be physically larger as a human being, taking up extra room.
Yes.
What you want is you want progressive progress and looking better and better and better every month. That's what I hear when someone says that they want to tone.
Mm-hmm.
So recomp.
Maybe more firmness is the right word, like more firmness, less like a lot of women jiggle, or more firmness, if that makes sense.
So firmness is ultimately a value of how much fat you've got covering your muscles. So I suppose if you are at a point now where you're like, I'd like to be more toned, you're really in one of three locations on a spectrum, and I'll break them down each for you. You're either, what I would say is, say you're overweight and you want to try and get more toned. You could tell that you might fall into this category if you don't already obviously just know, like, you want to lose weight. You would have very soft kind of features, things in themselves feel very blurry, like you don't have like a hard collarbone, or you don't have like you can't see like the top of that iliac, not the iliac, sorry, the clavicle. And just those little things where like the details themselves are a little bit hidden. That would be the kind of phase where you're like, okay, I would look better, I'd look more toned if people were able to see more of a shape underneath me. In which case, your best bet to get more toned in that case would be to try and do a weight loss or fat loss, not weight loss, fat loss specific phase. That might go for anywhere from 6 to 18 weeks, depending on where you are. You might be someone
through nutrition.
Correct. Yeah. And keep in mind, all three of these people, as far as I'm concerned, if you want to be more toned, that means you're lifting heavy weights. That's not, really lightweight for higher reps, because that's cardio with weights, and that has a whole different purpose. If you want shape, you need to make your body want to build a shape underneath it. The second category I would say is, very unfortunately, it's kind of like nicknamed skinny fat. It's where like you look skinny in clothes, but when you take it off, like everything is just very, again, blurry, undefined, like you don't really have too much shape. You're just there. Yeah. And it sounds so terrible to say, but if you feel like that's you, then I'd recommend a recomp. So that would be where you have a bit more of a protein heavier approach, just to make sure that you are in that, that protein surplus. But I'd try and eat at around maintenance to maybe up to 300 to 500 calories below maintenance. So you should either be kind of maintaining a weight or very slowly, losing weight over time, whilst noting that your strength, and I say strength specifically, but your strength is increasing at the same time. And if you find that you can't gain strength with the amount of food that you're eating, then you need to either choose at that point whether or not you want to go into a weight loss phase and really just focus on getting rid of those last couple of kilos, or maybe you want to increase food a little bit and you want to increase your muscle growth a little bit. So like that, there is that bit of a balancing act, but you're in that point where you want to try and do both at the same time. That's a very sustainable approach. Finally, you might be the kind of person who has just either just had a huge weight loss journey and, you've been really successful, but you've gotten down and you've realized that having lost 100 pounds, you're really just a smaller version of what you were before. Like you don't have that dream body that you really wanted, or maybe you're naturally very skinny, but you're very boxy. You don't have like a lot of shape that goes through, like from the edge of your shoulders just drops straight down. You don't have like that like really, really cute little shoulder pop that comes up, or you don't, you want to try and build up a little bit more time, like shape. In which case you would probably be better off doing more of a gain phase. I won't say bulk, because bulk implies gaining physical size, and that's not what we want for you. for you, what you're really trying to do is you're trying to eat for performance, right? You want to try and perform as hard and as highly as you can in the gym, create as much of a stimulus to try and create that little bit of extra shape underneath you. And you're just eating enough food to support that. You know, some days that might mean that you're eating a little bit more than maintenance to try and help gain a little bit of weight. But for the most part, like that'll just kind of be, you know, intuitive eating. And if you're finding that, you know, you need to eat a little bit more to perform, then you do that. And if you're gaining fat and you don't really want to, just dial it back a little bit. I know I make that sound very, very easy, but it is easy. It's just hard when you're in the moment and you're dealing with the problem yourself.
I think that those are great. You outlined like the cases that probably most people would find themselves in, one or the other, especially in our community with people like on weight loss journeys and things. And I think we're lucky if you did lose weight with higher protein and fat as opposed to, you know, high carb, your body composition is probably like better for it. Like I know I gained 8 pounds of lean mass and lost almost 20% body fat. And when I was high carb, like it was all I was doing was adding more body fat. So like I think that if you're in the low carb space, you're probably somewhat better off, like body composition wise. Now, all right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this part of the episode with Ella. It was such a blast to chat with her. I hope that some of your questions were answered. She has so much amazing expertise when it comes to body recomposition, and love getting to have her on the show with us. It's truly a privilege. And to get to do live videos with her, the Ask Me Anything episodes that we do are over on Instagram. If you want to join us live, you can join over there and check out my feed on Instagram to see when we do those together, the Ask Me Anything episodes, where you can ask any question that you have about body recomposition from an expert who truly has done and mastered body recomposition herself. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode today with Ella. Now, if you want to try out doing keto with me as your coach and guide, you can head over to ketogenicgirl.com, see all of the meal plan programs that I have there, which are modeled after how I personally eat, how I got my body composition down from close to 40% down to 21%. And I'm here to be your guide and help coach you with any questions that you have as we go along in our members Facebook group. So any of the meal plans that are at ketogenicgirl.com also come with my coaching and guidance and support in our members group. And you can head over to Ketogenic Girl to check those out, or send me a message over on Instagram, send me a DM with your goals about which meal plan would be best for you. And I would absolutely love to have you in the program, would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's episode, send it to someone that you think would enjoy it too. Leave me a rating or review and subscribe so you get notifications when I put out new episodes. So until the next episode, wishing you a fat-fueled rest of your day. Bye for now.